Okay, we're going to talk about one more area today, and that is talking about units of money. We've talked about units of measurement. We talked about the inch, the thumb from here to here. We talked about the centimeter, the pinky, right? We talked about a foot. We talked about a yard. We talked about a meter. We've talked about all the different sizes, okay? One thing we learned when we talked about measurement was if you use a smaller unit of measure, the smallest we learned was the centimeter, right? If we learned if we use that centimeter to measure something, and we also use maybe an inch, which is a little bit bigger, to measure the very same thing, we talked about which one it's going to take more of to complete the measurement. We said it will take more centimeters to measure, let's just say a window, than it would take inches to measure the same window, because this unit of measurement is smaller. When the unit is smaller, it takes more of them to get to the same place. If the unit is bigger, it takes less of them because they take up more space, okay? Same thing with money, okay? When we talk about money, we know that we have several different coins and that each of them is worth a different value. So let's real quick run through them, okay? We've got our penny. Penny, easily spent, copper brown and worth 1 cent. He's worth 1. The next one, he's the smallest money unit, right? The next one would be the nickel. Nickel, thick and fat. You're worth 5 cents. I know that. Okay? The next coin with the next biggest value is the dime. Dime, little and thin. I remember you're worth 10. Okay? And then our newest coin that we've been learning about is the quarter. And you know what? Mrs. Reed does not know the song for the quarter. I have that song at school and I'm at home doing this video, so we'll get it on the next video. Quarter is worth 25 cents. Okay? So now if you look at this, we've got them written in smallest to largest order, right? So if we were to look at all of our coins and talk about which one has the biggest value, the biggest, greatest value coin that we have learned so far is the quarter, okay? If we talk about which one has the smallest, least, lesser value, we'd be talking about the penny, who's only worth 1, okay? Let's think for a second about which one we will need the most of to get to our goal. Let's make a target. I'm going to put 100 in my target, okay? You probably know that I picked 100 for a reason, because 100 cents is equal to, you should know this answer, $1, right? 100 cents is equal to $1, okay? So if we hit our target with one of these coins or a bunch of these coins put together, we're going to have $1, okay? Let's pretend that we're just going to take each type of coin and try and reach $1. How many would it take? Let's start with our smallest unit of coin, smallest unit of value, the penny. How many pennies will we need to equal 100? This is pretty easy. We would need 100 pennies. So let's write that. 100 pennies will equal $1. That's going to hit our target, right? Now let's go to nickel, okay? What I know about a nickel is that it's worth 5 cents. So the value of a nickel is bigger than the value of a penny. So I want you to think for a second about whether you think it's going to take more than 100, less than 100, or will it be the same? Will it take 100 nickels to equal 100 cents? Think about what you know about units of measure. The bigger the unit of measure, the less units it takes. It's the same with money. The bigger the value of the coin, the less coins it takes, okay, to hit that target. So how many nickels would it take to get to 100? We can easily figure this out by counting by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I'm halfway there. I have 10 nickels that took me halfway to 100 because I'm at 50 right now. So if I double it, 10 nickels plus 10 more, I know that's 10, 20, that will get me to 50. Let's prove it. 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. It took 10, 20 nickels to get to 100. It's going to take 20 of them to hit our target. Look, it took only 20 nickels. It took 100 pennies. I'm noticing that the bigger the value here, the smaller quantity of coins we need to hit the same target. Let's talk about dimes. Let's make an estimate. We've talked about the word estimate being a smart brain math guess. If we look at what happened here, we can make an estimate about whether we think it will take more dimes, less dimes, or the same number of dimes to hit 100. Dimes are worth 10. They're a bigger value. So it's going to make a prediction right now, an estimate right now, if you think it's going to be more, less, or the same. Now let's figure it out. Let's count by tens to hit 100. Oh, we might not even need to count this. You guys know automatically how many tens are in 100, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. How many did it take? 10. 10 tens in 100. So it's going to take 10 of them to hit this, hit that target. Look, the quantity for how many I need is getting smaller. It takes 100 pennies to get 100 cents. It takes 20 nickels to get 100 cents. It takes 10 dimes to get 100 cents. Do you think my pattern will continue? The quarter is the biggest value coin. So will it take more of them to get to 100, less of them to get to 100, or the same? Let's figure it out. We've just started learning about the quarter. We know that when we count quarters, we count in groups of 25, chunks of 25. So we have 25, 50, 75, $1, 100. Okay, how many did it take to get to 100? It took 4 quarters to get to 100. 4 hits our target. Okay, our pattern stayed true all the way down. Okay, because the smaller units take more of them. The bigger the units get, the less that takes to hit the same target. Just like in measurement, when we measure with centimeters versus inches. When we measure with a foot rather than a meter stick. Okay, whichever unit is bigger, it takes less of them. Whichever unit is smaller, it takes more of them. There's a lot of common things between measurement and money, and this is just another one of them.